Hi friends, welcome to a new week. Thank you for having me in your inbox, and I hope all is going well. So today I was thinking about gardens, because many people have gardens going on right now. I am not one of them because I do not have a green thumb. But I hope that there are some people out there that have some gardens happening, and maybe this will be a little metaphor for what we're going to do with our art. And it is. So I want you to think about drawing a simple garden. It can be flowers, it can be vegetables, it could be trees. Although I don't know, trees are a garden, but anyway, we can do what we want because we're artists. And it could even be like candy garden, whatever you'd like. So we're going to start off by drawing some type of garden, okay? And then I'm just going to guide you through the rest of the process. And it may take, 5 or 7 minutes, something like that. So I hope you will join me in it. And let's get started. You just need a paper, and maybe some markers or colored pencils or something like that. And we'll get started. Okay, I decided to use my oil pastels because that is what I have handy. Always you can use a pen or markers, colored pencils, whatever feels good to you, okay? So I'm just going to start off. I'm going to do a flower garden because I like flowers. And remember, we're just playing around here. You can copy me exactly or make your own. Remember, this is for process, not product. And what I mean by that is this is just for you. We're not trying to make a masterpiece. It's just our own little personal journey. As you can see, I'm using, well, maybe you can't see, but I'm using like a little journal instead of a big pad today. And so what I want you to think about is the things in your life that you are watering and the things that might need watering. So you can think about areas of your life, like for instance, maybe you need to walk more or call a friend or what else? I don't know. Don't work so much. Spend time enjoying the moment in the day, maybe less worrying. So just kind of thinking about what things in your life are needing tending to, yeah? And I'm not going to make them like a sad color just because they need tending to, but just as a visual to help us, visualize what we want to do. And then I'm just making up my own flowers. And this is in honor of Texas bluebonnets, although they normally aren't bent over, but that's okay. And let's see here. All right, so we have our flowers, right? And fun. Okay, I'm digging it. So we have our flowers, and I'm going to invite you to kind of think about, like what I said, what needs tending to. I'm going to use this really cool pencil that is, you can use it on glass and metal and everything, paper, glass, pencil. And it also will work as a watercolor on your page. Well, one thing that's needing tending is, I have a bunch of appointments I need to make for me and my family. So I need to get that done. I think being more in touch with some friends, because I think, I gotta text them or call them, and then I forget, and then the day gets busy. I think, just like I talked about last week as well, playing more, because there's always going to be a list of all the things, right, that we need to do. And so I'm trying to let myself enjoy more moments of play and being in the moment, and maybe not having to do everything right now that's on my list. So you can do the watering any way you'd like. And where's that water coming from? So just kind of playing around with it. Yeah, no perfection here, just play. Kind of like this. Because, you know, sometimes it does rain and it only rains like in a certain spot and then not another spot. That's kind of funny. And so also looking at where you're growing or what you think you're excelling at, right? Doing well in making art and in growing my Art Flow Lounge, which is so fun. Y'all should join us. I come up with new ideas every week and we just have so much fun together. And I think I'm doing good with my nervous system regulation. So I think I am doing pretty good with regulation. And that means I'm staying within my window of tolerance. I'm not in fight or flight or freeze. And that takes time. But as you notice, I said I'm making more art. I'm creating more ideas for the Art Flow Lounge. That helps me regulate. That's why I do so much art and so much yoga and all the things, because it helps me relax and it helps me calm down my nervous system, or sometimes bring up my nervous system. So once you have your garden ready to go, this may take some time to think about it. You don't have to have the answers right now, but I do invite you to put your hand on your chest and your hand on your belly and just breathe in with me. And as you breathe in, say, I am growing. And exhaling, I am growth. Inhaling, I am growing. Exhaling, I am growth. And inhaling, I am growth. And exhaling, I am growing. Just taking a few breaths there to appreciate yourself for doing this practice today. And I just offer you a couple of questions to journal on, and that is what needs tending to in my garden of life and what is growing beautifully and strongly. So you look at the positive and the almost positive. But it's good to just do a check-in and see, hey, where am I at? And I think a garden is a great metaphor for it. So I hope you enjoy this activity. As always, you can email me back and show me your work or let me know if you liked it. And again, you can join the Art Flow Lounge. If you need info about that, just let me know. But I do enjoy you being with me every week. And I hope you have a good one.